So I aimed high at his forehead. Aiming is easy, it's like pointing an accusing finger at someone. It seems impossible to perform an act and forget it the very instant it is done, to observe only its effects without being able to trace back to its causes, however recent they may be. That was what happened to me. Had it not been for the Parkinsonian tremor of my right hand and for the muffled deafness in which my hearing seemed to float following the explosion, I would have said that nothing serious had happened, that the man with the abnormal body, resting in the armchair with his head thrown back, had simply fallen asleep, and that it would be best for me to leave on tiptoe so as not to wake him. And so I left the room and went down the stairs again. Only when I was about to leave did I realize that I was still holding the revolver. My first impulse was to run and toss it in the river as if hiding it were an obligatory rule of the game, but since it was my firm intention to turn myself in, it seemed pointless to inconvenience an army of people willing and ready to search for material evidence. So, before leaving, I decided to leave it in plain sight on a console in the vestibule. Outside, the village seemed like a huge chaotic ant-hill. People swarmed from all directions, pouring into the main street and gathering in the middle of the square where a gallows had been raised not far from Goethe's statue. It was surrounded on three sides by a pyramid of dried sticks, and at the top of the scaffold hung a puppet with the head of a pig. Someone poured a can of gasoline on the faggots and lit the fire. The flames rose high, and the cloth puppet filled with straw and paper burned quickly, leaving only the pig's head, which began to sizzle.